It's truly amazing to be alive today, learning all of this real history, learning how this history has been truly flipped, tripped, stolen, reversed, and just told to us any way they want to give it to us. All right, with a little bit of digging and the internet and all of this here knowledge that's going out there, there's no way that you should be dumb. All right, I'm making this video because of this brother from Drop Radio. I put the his link in the description down there. This brother, man, he's very deep. Uh, he's the only one that was able to pull up actual literature that explains the connection of the Bible, the connection to King James and the Israelites. I've never seen anybody do it. Wow, this is amazing what he's got. This is actual literature. This is no body standing on the street corner hollering at you. Oh, by the way, he also explains who some of those folks on the corners hollering and why they are doing it. Man, you will be amazed. You are going to be shocked on who the real Edomites are. The real Edomites could be. Now let's let him tell it to you. Check this out.
Lastly, I came over here for a reason. It must be something important. I had it marked. Oh, right. So we looked at this diagram a little bit earlier. I'll show it to you again. All right, so this is the voyages, the period of voyages. From 1000 to 1620. Now, when the King James write his, when did King James write his first, put together his first remix? 1611. So some might say a little before that, but I mean, we all know 1611, right? I got it. We read out of it like, oh, okay, that's where all the drop is because this one got the Apocrypha. See, because this king was so good to us that he wanted to, he's an Israelite, right? So he wanted to make it right. So he got the best scribes and he got the best Greek people to put together the stuff that only goes back to Greek. And then, he did all these things and he put these other books in them. So he must be a good king. Or he must be a Hebrew Edomite. And if he's a Hebrew Edomite, is he your friend or your foe? Well, let me see what they know. So we'll get back into this, but I'll show it to you again, and we'll go right back to it. What does it say? America under the Aboriginal tribes, Western continent unknown to the Europeans, but you can't be Israelite. But it's unknown to the Europeans, but you can't be Israelite. But it's unknown to the Europeans. America under the Aboriginal tribes, period of voyages and discoveries. All right, so got everybody. Got Leif, Erikson, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, a lot of people drive with the Vikings and all that. All right, Magna Carta, all the way up to the discovery of America, so-called discovery 1500s. But all this was going down as far as voyages to America since 1000 from the Vikings, right? So I'll kind of zoom in on some of it. So I'm sorry, here we go. So you can see time. All right, all the way up. Let's keep going. And in that 1600s, you see what? King James and King Charles. They made voyages. I mean, it says Leif Erikson made voyages and Columbus made voyages, and it said apparently Henry VIII made voyage and Charles V and King James, 1600. I guess that's 1603. You see a 3 right next to it. That's the year, I do believe. See, little numbers. The tiny numbers next to that is the number within the year. So that's 1600s. I think that's 1648, 1610, 1643, 1608. I do believe, or 1603. So apparently it seems like, oh, see what I'm saying? That's when we building together, frequency. All right, so let's wheel drop all the time about how they came here, took all our shit, took our writings, took them back, then did his book and dropped the 1611 mixtape that we hold and act like, oh, this King James did it for us. He took a voyage here himself. Charles V, King Charles, all the Charleses, these are dark Edomites. The Portuguese are dark, the Spaniards are dark. The white folks that came here are mercenaries, hired by these melanated dark people of Europe that were still ruling. So the Renaissance period beginning is one, this discovery here, right? So now they finally got to us, right? They twin brother. We the twin brother, right? Edomite, Idumea, right? We the twin brother. They get to us, they got the mercenaries on us. This is for their new world. But of course they get overthrown and the Edomites also get put, those same Hebrew Edomites got put in slavery with us here. All right? So now we're all here together. We've been here together. So what does it say? Where my battery goes. I'm on page 85. I'm in chapter 7. English discoveries and settlements continued. It says the 10th of April, 1606. All right. So we just read 1600s, King James came. 1603. What does it say? The 10th of April, 1606 was full of fate in the destinies. Destiny. Yeah. Of the Western continent. On that day, King James I issued two great patents directed to men of his kingdom. So King James I, April 10th, 1606, issues direct patents directed to men of his kingdom, authorizing them to possess and colonize all that portion of North America lying between the 34th and 35th parallels of latitude, the immense tract thus embraced extended from the mouth of Cape Fear River to Passamaquoddy Bay, and western to the Pacific Ocean. The first patent was granted to an association of nobles, gentlemen, and merchants residing at London and called the London Company, while the second instrument was issued to a similar body which had been organized at Plymouth in southwestern England and which bore the name Plymouth Company. To the former corporation was assigned all the region between the 34th and 38th degrees of latitude, and to the latter the tract extending from the 41st to the 45th degree, the narrow belt of these 3 degrees lying between the 38th and 41st parallels was to be equally open to the colonies of either company. So these are companies, corporations, corporations, corporations. This is the second world. You're the first world. This is what they're doing to the first world. They're putting corporations on you. Plymouth Company, London Company. The narrow belt of the 3 degrees line between the 38th and 41st parallels was to be equally open to the colonies of either company, but no settlement of one party was to be made within less than 100 miles of the nearest settlement of the other. See how they were mapping out your land? You see why the government still got 770 million acres of your land in a trust right now? You see why the four corners are yours, why everything is yours? This is the proof. The nature and extent of these grants will be fully understood from our examination of the accompanying map. Only the London Company was successful under its charter in planting an American colony. So the London Company is the one that planted the American colony. The company is the London Company. The corporation is the London Company. The American colony is owned by the London Company. And this is their territory. King James the First, before he wrote your 1611 or put together or had it put together 1611, in 1603, what did he do? What the king do? What King James do? In 1603? What did he do? He came here in 1603, and then what did he do? The 10th of April, 1606, was full of fate in the destinies of the Western continent on that day. Listen up. It's the baby. Let's get it out the bathwater. On that day, King James I issued two great patents directed to men of his kingdom, Edomites, Hebrew Edomites, authorizing them to possess and colonize all that portion of North America lying between the 34th and 35th parallels of latitude. The immense tract thus embraced extended from the mouth of Cape Fear River to Passamaquoddy Bay in the west of the Pacific Ocean. King James I issued these patents, and it authorized these mercenaries to possess and colonize, to possess and colonize, to possess and to colonize. What did we just kick with the Dunbar verses in 1452 Papal Bull? This was the Vatican, the Pope Nicholas V, issuing his authority to the kings of Spain and Portugal. But then now you got this authority also hitting on King James. And King James, with that authority from the Dunbar verses, right, then extends his authority and issues two great patents in 1606 directed to the men of his kingdom, authorizing them to possess and colonize all that portion of North America, and you know the rest. That's the drop. Yeah, King James. Yeah, King James. Yeah, documentation. King James was here. Who was here? Who was here? Right up on you. So when you get the understanding of the palaces that we built for them on our land, this is the corporation, the London Company, the Plymouth Company. How can you be a citizen of a corporation? How can you rock with a 1611 version written after his voyage in 1603, after the two great patents issued to colonize and possess you in 1606? Rock with your commandments. Stay up, suit up, and choose up. I love you.